Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Oracle Love Light. Y'all know how we do over here. We just jump right on into it. So for lunch, I am just going to be making me like a salmon bowl, salmon, however you want to pronounce it. I'm going to be cutting this up. I'm only going to use one piece, but I'm going to also put the salmon in another bowl for my kids for when they want to make some. Because guess what, y'all? I got me an air fryer again. I got a little cheap one, but guess what? It's going to do the job. Because I'm not buying another $100, $80 to $100 air fryer for these kids to break it. No, ma'am. I'm not doing that. Anyway, y'all, you are just going to drizzle your salmon with a little bit of avocado oil, and we're going to be seasoning it with what's best, Cajun seasoning, and then I'm going to be using my seasoning. We're going to season it on both sides, and we're going to pop it in the air fryer, and then when it is done, we're going to put some garlic butter on top. So go ahead and get into it, and I'll come back. First, wait, before I go, look at my seasonings, y'all. Don't that look good? Wait, rewind that back. I just wanted y'all to get a look of it in detail. Now, like I said, we're going to pop this in the air fryer on 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. It's probably really about 15 minutes, but I wanted the top of my salmon to have like a little crunch to it, so I left it in there a little bit longer. You know what, y'all? I might as well keep on talking since we already here. We already here where we putting the vegetables in the pan. We keep it going. We might as well go ahead and talk this thing on through. So we're going to put our vegetables in the pan, and we're going to season it with just garlic powder and Italian seasoning and loads of onion powder. I just chopped up, y'all know my favorites, which is red pepper, green pepper, and yellow pepper, or orange pepper, or whatever peppers you have. I am not a person who likes zucchini and all of like zucchini squash and all of that. I don't like that, so I use these instead. But if you like zucchini, throw some zucchini up in there. See how that works for you. Again, I don't like it. I just don't want it. I don't want it to be mushy, so it's just kind of like, this is what it is. But if you like that, throw it in there. These are my go-to, which if you've been on this channel for a while, you know that this is my go-to. If you know, you know. I love this combination. You can't go wrong with this. You can't go wrong. Alright, so I wanted to show y'all, for this one pack of seaweed, y'all, it's only 1 carb and 30 calories for the entire pack. And it is like probably like 15 little seaweed things in here. So I'm only going to be using 3. And if you've never used nori sheets before, like the seaweed, just note that when you put something hot on it, it kind of makes it soft and kind of mold to it. So that's why you saw me put the cauliflower on there, so the seaweed can get like soft for me. Since I'm not going to use chopsticks doing this to pick the seaweed up, then the salmon, then the rice, I'm just going to use a spoon, so it's all good.
They tell me that I'm wasting time. Tell me something I don't know. You left fingerprints across my mind. I try covering them, but they still show. If I had a choice, whether or not.
Alright, y'all, so one of you guys told me about these Atkins protein chips. Y'all know I normally have the Quest chips, so I got the ranch kind, and it is 4 net carbs, and it's like 140 calories for each bag. It's 13 grams of protein, and they do have a good taste to them. I will say the difference between these ones and the Quest chips, number one, the price. These are about 60 cents less each bag, and also these have more of like an air crisp versus the Quest have like a chip, but sometimes it breaks up and crumble. So I'm really glad you guys shared this with me. Thank you, because I will be getting more of these. Now we are going to move right on into lunch, you guys. I have been wanting to find this cheese ever since I went to this restaurant and they did like fried cheese. This is the cheese. I finally found it, and as you can see, it is 2 carbs per serving and 97 calories. So each of these blocks are 2 carbs and 97 calories. I don't know how to cook this because I never cooked this before, so I'm just going to do what I know. So I just oiled my pan with a little bit of avocado oil, and I'm going to let it get a little bit brown on each side, which I like the top, how this already look like it's been cooked and is already brown. So I'm not going to cook that part too much. But the other side, I'm going to let it get a little bit more golden brown. And it turned out so good. So when you eat these, you normally should put honey on top of it. But because, we're doing keto and low carb, we're not putting honey on top of it. I am going to put syrup on top of it for my kids because they say when you put syrup on top of it, it almost tastes like French toast. I just ate mine just plain and it was so good. It was so good.
Had a choice in whether or not I'd be moved on from you by now. If I had a voice or a shot at letting you go, putting you down, I would, but still I miss you. And it's hard 'cause my heart doesn't want to. No. I know that it's no good and I should never look back. No.
All right, y'all. So this is an oldie but goodie. Don't worry about the expiration date. It's still good. I had it in the fridge. But this is the pita bread I'm going to be using from Aldi's. So this is about 7 net carbs. And the first thing you're going to do when you take it out is poke holes in it, because if not, this will rise up like a balloon in your air fryer. One time before, I forgot to poke holes in it. And it was like, what in the world? It didn't do too much rising, but it was enough. So this is going to kind of remind you of a thin crust pizza, which is just really good. Well, I guess thin crust cheesy bread, because I'm not using red sauce. I'm just going to use about a tablespoon of melted butter. I'm going to add on top of it Italian seasoning, red pepper flakes, and garlic powder, and then we're gonna put our cheese on top. I like making these in the air fryer because they so quick and good, and it is filling. You can add sausages to this. I normally add like mushrooms, peppers. I even chop up broccoli, y'all, and add it on top of it, and it'd be so good. We're going to use about a half a cup of mozzarella cheese, and then when we get all of our cheese on top, we're going to season it again, but this time we're going to add parsley as well. And then we're going to pop this in the air fryer on 400 degrees for about 10 minutes. And I don't even think it takes the whole 10 minutes. You just keep checking it until the cheese is melted to your desire. And then that is it, y'all. This be so good. Don't talk about this little air fryer, y'all. Don't look at it. Just every time I think about it, it works my nerve. Because I brought a really good one. That thing was so good. Anyway, y'all, this is what it looks like. And I'm just going to cut it into fours and enjoy it. All right, y'all, so today was 1,486 calories and it was 22 net carbs. Total carbs was 30 grams. Now, for those of you who just want to be here for the dishes, I understand that, but y'all, I have got to share this amazing book. Oh my gosh. So because I started school, I miss reading books, and my daughter gave me this book to read. I wanted like a quick short read, but interesting too. As you can see, I set my iPad up to have some little light jazz going on. And yes, I am laying at the bottom of my bed. Don't knock until you try it. Believe me, you just look. Just don't worry about that. But anyway, y'all, this book is so good. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I wish they had a movie to it. I can't tell y'all all of it because then I'm going to give the story away. But this was so good. I gave it to my other daughter to read, and she read it in a day. That's how good this book is. So anyway, y'all, take 2 seconds to read with me, and then we're going to close out the video. All right, you guys, that is going to be the end of this video. If you are new here and you stayed this long, please consider subscribing. To my OGs who keep coming back, thank you so much for your love and support. You guys, you got to get the book. Get the book. You won't be disappointed. It's so good. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Anyway, you guys, if you have enjoyed any piece of this content, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. All right, you guys, I thank you guys for joining me. I thank you for sharing the space with me. And as always, I thank you for watching.